You know, one thing I didn't like about it when Bron left, I don't. First of all, I don't think it was handled well, and I was surprised about that because, this is a gift that we all got to play together for these 4 years, man. If that man want to leave now, it's some things that got messed up in the process.
All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So I'm watching this podcast. This is the OGs podcast. So we got Haslam and Mike Miller together doing a podcast, and these dudes are hilarious. This time they got Dwyane Wade on there, and it's a long pod. I mean, we're talking 2 hours long. And I watched a little bit of the beginning, and then I started looking at all the chapters, and I realized they're getting into some cool stuff here. So I saved all the potential cool stuff for this video. That way we can, react to it honestly and pure. And I'm going to kind of jump around a little bit to what I think is going to be interesting throughout the chapters. So I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but we're just going to free flow this one like usual. So as usual, I'm going to link the original video for the OGs podcast down below in the description box. So if you guys want to check that out, I actually highly recommend it. OGs podcast. They got a different take on pods. It's less like an interview and more just like a couple of dudes just hanging out and laughing and reminiscing about old times. So I have really enjoyed it. And yeah, so I'm going to link it down below if you guys want to check it out. Everybody else, please leave a like to this video. I appreciate it. We are going to start out with this chapter is called Not 1, Not 2, Not 3. So we all know what this is going to talk about. Let's see what they have to say about it. All right, here we go.
Pull that up. I ain't there yet. Well, let's talk about this for a second. Now we know how that happened. For the people at home, they have no idea. That was a madhouse when that got put together.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I'm coming from a team where you lace your shoes up in October and you don't think you have a chance of winning. To go into playing our first preseason game and there's 3,000 people outside our hotel room.
I don't think we understood. I don't think we understood what we were signing up for. I don't think we understood.
And then y'all had that parade party.
I don't think we understood.
Championships.
First of all,
that was y'all. We're going to win 9, 10. We're going to win 9, 10, 12, 39 championships. We're going to win them all. We're going to win everything.
Let's break that down.
49-55.
Let's run that tape. Who was it again?
No, we'll pull that tape up.
Pull that tape up. It's one voice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Who was it?
And look at the one in the middle laughing like, ooh.
Oh. But
the one who already had knee surgeries, I was like, ooh. 7.
Not one.
The young 13. Boy over here was talking. I was like, ooh, yeah, okay.
I was like,
hey. And again, and we're gonna pull that video up.
Pull that video up and see what it said. But
when they said,
we believe
9 championships in a row, not 1,
yeah,
not 2,
we did believe it. We didn't know what that was coming with.
He said not 4, not 5. We stopped at 5.
He just stopped at 5.
He stopped at 5. Yeah. Did he go 6, 7, 8?
Man, he might have, Coach. We're gonna pull it up. But I'm telling you.
He went to 8, didn't he? Oh man, that's so funny though, because yeah, that was all LeBron. So it's good to hear it because Dwyane Wade's like, man, that was just one voice.
Hey, I was watching at home. I was like,
yeah, see, he was feeling the moment.
Yeah, what is this? Pull us up. Get that volume on there.
Look, they geeking us. Look, he talking.
Oh, he got here it is. Can you get volume or no?
Look, I put my head down. I'm like, ooh.
Not 2, 3.
Hey man.
Look, now I'm a supportive teammate.
6. Not 7.
I'm a supportive teammate. I'm rubbing my knee. I'm like, ooh. I don't know if we got that long.
Hey, got some ice over here.
Hey, listen.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you though. No one knew what we were walking into though. Personally, I had no idea. You guys already want to check.
That's true though. By the way, Dwyane Wade did put his head down in embarrassment, and then he laughed because he was uncomfortable.
Been on that level.
Well, we was with Shaq. So
here it is.
Not 1 championships.
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
He tripping.
He tripping.
Look, I ain't said a word.
You might as well put us on America's Most Wanted after that.
He did. Yeah, did you hear Haslam? You might as well put him on America's Most Wanted after that. It's so true. You got bazookas aimed at you after that one from LeBron.
Look around.
Pat too. We all was like,
Coach.
Listen, that would have been a moment that was just for our fans, and it should not have been. The world should not have seen that. That's something that you say internal.
Man,
you know what I mean? We gonna win every year, but really, you know how hard it is to win 1 year.
Man,
I don't care what kind of talent you have. So that's why I was sitting there like, Oh, my man don't know yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
that was baby LeBron still. Never won a championship. He had no idea what it took.
He did go to the final 10 years in a row,
He
though.
did.
He,
It's
Damn
unbelievable.
sure
he
he
damn
did.
sure
That's-
was lying
He
about
act-
how many
that's crazy.
opportunities.
Y'all actually almost did it.
You almost did it.
That's crazy.
He ain't lied. He ain't lied.
Damn sure got there.
He just
He
he got
almost
there
did it.
10 years in a row.
Just didn't finish the
He
job.
went 4 years straight.
Listen, we went 4 and he went 10.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he was on to something.
He was on something. He had a crystal ball.
Yeah, we just didn't know everybody was gonna hate us.
Man, they
Nah,
hated
we
us
didn't know it
after
was
that.
going to turn into a hate.
I mean, they give him credit for going to 10, and I get it, but he said he were going to win. He didn't say they were going to lose 10. This chapter is called "The Hatred for LeBron in Return in Cleveland." I want to watch this.
Bro,
That was
Cleveland.
the weirdest shit ever.
I know we got
Come on,
Cleveland.
man. Come on, man.
When we went back to Cleveland,
on, man.
Oh,
I have never saw hate. I didn't grow up in the times like where our parents can tell us about the hate that they experienced by being black in America.
So, real quick, this is about when LeBron was playing in Miami, and then they went to go play against Cleveland in Cleveland for the first time. And if you guys haven't seen it, it was they were out for his head that day. The fans wanted to just to LeBron.
I didn't grow up in those times, but I grew up in the times where I went back to Cleveland
With
with
LeBron.
LeBron. And I'm going to tell you what I experienced. I experienced hate by being black. That was crazy.
I
Now,
experienced
mind you, I
hate.
played in Cleveland. Everything was cool when I went back there. But that moment, dog, I
Yeah.
never, people who was
Yeah.
talking about my mama,
yeah.
in a way,
Yeah.
I ain't never seen
Yeah.
nobody talk about my
No, them
mama.
people- them people was
Hey,
hiding.
I will say this because we're all kind of built for it anyways. Does that run out?
Ooh, that run out.
Bro, if you weren't
look at
ready
that.
to bump after
Look at that image. Look at this. Holy crap.
that.
Yeah. In
I
the
mean, that
locker
was more-
room.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was almost more electric than any final game I ever played in. That crowd was crazy.
Besides the finals, that's the second best performance I've ever seen LeBron James,
wow.
and personally, that I've watched.
At Boston.
At Boston
Yeah.
Oh,
and
that
at
was
Cleveland.
ridiculous.
Because to go back in that environment, in the atmosphere, with the faces that we got on the elevator at the hotel before when we was going to get breakfast in the morning, and there was people on the elevator with LeBron shirts on. It was LeBron and us on the elevator. And I'm looking at dude like, how are you processing all
No
of
doubt.
this?
No doubt.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
forget
No
the
doubt.
game of basketball. How are you processing strangers
Yes.
that don't know you?
Yes.
They're buying T-shirts and they're celebrating, saying "F you."
Yeah.
And so I'm just watching this man. I've never seen a performance like that. What this man went out there did. He had 40 in the third?
Man, something
Didn't he
like
go
that.
out there and hit 40 in the third and sit down in the
Yeah,
fourth?
it was something ridiculous.
It was crazy.
And it's great to hear your perspective on it because you touched on there's levels, right? So you've lived that close to that level, if not that level. What he went through with what you're saying, not just Cleveland, but even that first year in Miami.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
you remember that day we was walking? I think we was coming from lunch one day, and the fan was like, "Hey, LeBron," and then LeBron looking like, "F you." Remember that? That's crazy. We was just walking down the street. Some fan, "Hey, Bron," and then Bron looked. He was just like, "F you."
and oh,
Hey, he broke their hearts, man. That's how it goes.
by the way, we go to four finals with that team. I go to 3 of them because I got kicked out. But
Killer, you got what?
I got kicked out.
Killer,
I got my
Killer
pink
was,
slip.
Killer was duct tape by then, though. Yeah. We was holding Killer together by some duct tape by then. You thumbs and toes.
I was. I sure was. I was like Mr. Potato Head. Fell off the
Killer was duct tape by then.
But y'all
I
did
didn't realize that's what happened to Mike Miller. So Achilles, huh?
go to 4 finals, but it wasn't always sweet. The beginning of that first year, that start of that season
No, a lot of that sucked.
was
That's horrible.
No.
I got hurt.
was
We just
ugly,
didn't
man.
get. We just was not playing good together.
No, we were playing.
Yeah, we were not playing good.
A lot of
together.
that run sucked. That second year was pretty cool.
Yeah, the second year was unbelievable.
Second year was pretty
Year
cool.
one was there's a lot more misery than actually joy.
Year one was no joy.
We
no.
defended like a year one. Though.
And I know people don't think you're supposed to have joy.
Wait,
when-
what did he say?
Year one was no joy.
No.
We defended like a year one. Though.
And I know people.
Okay, so that's Haslam talking about their defense sucked in the first year. Yeah, that makes sense. Fast forward to the NBA Finals, Dallas, and think about Jason Terry and JJ Barrera going lights out. Yeah, they played some shitty defense, mainly LeBron.
People don't think you're supposed to have joy when
Yeah,
they look at us like y'all some kids, y'all want
Yeah,
joy.
yeah.
Go to the amusement park,
Yeah.
you get joy. But more so, and that's how we all play the game.
Yeah.
That's our best version of ourselves when we play the game with that kind of joy. We didn't have it in year one, and we found it in year two. And then after that, now the pressure's on in a whole different way. And so those next 2 years was even harder than those first 2 years for me. Even though the noise quieted down on the hate, but the expectations risen as you getting older and you got injuries.
Coach.
Yeah.
Coach.
I mean, the expectation was set from day one when LeBron said he said they were going to win 8 championships. So that ruined it in my mind. And I would be so pissed off to be part of that team where you're happy. You got a nice team put together. And now you set the ceiling that high. We have to win 8 championships to meet expectations. It was an unachievable goal, and it was a stupid thing to do and a stupid thing to say. And there would be no joy at that point because it's an impossible task. Did I think they'd win more than 2? Yeah, they should have won way more than 2, but not 8.
So listen, when we lost that game, we lost the finals to Dallas that first year.
Oh, yeah.
That was the longest summer.
Yeah, because it was a lockout.
Yes, it was a lockout.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine. All you do is processing what's going on in Coach Riley's head, too. Like, I got to make some changes around this mother.
You already know.
Hey.
Yeah, and I forget about that, but people remind me all the time in the comments that was one of LeBron's championships was a lockout season and a shortened NBA season, And then another one of those was the bubble. So 2 out of the 4 championships that he has is kind of like, okay. They weren't regular NBA seasons.
Together not to win.
Hey, and that's why I try to tell all these young kids that are in now, like, this is a business.
They don't understand.
You better have some self-awareness.
Yep.
Y'all ain't doing what you're supposed to do. They're talking about you just like we're talking about them now.
I heard what I just said earlier. Is winning
Sorry,
in
I
this
love-
misery. Winning in this misery.
I told everybody talk about now when you make certain decisions, certain moves for yourself. Those things we talk about them in my guys. Those are selfish decisions, and it's not selfish in the definition that people like to make selfish.
Yeah.
This is a selfish decision for yourself, and so I made a selfish decision for my career and my longevity by saying, "All right, Brian, your show. I figured
That's
out."
impressive. By
Because
the way.
here's the thing: we lose in year two.
Oh, Coach.
You know who ain't here?
Coach.
The older superstar of the 3.
Coach.
I'm
Coach.
gone.
Coach.
Yeah.
Wade, thank you for your services, Mr. Wade.
And there'd have been a body bag with me behind it too.
Oh yeah, they threw the duct tape in the bag with me.
How can we attach Mike to this trade?
Bro, they'd have put me and you, we'd been in Philly.
But
They'd have put us somewhere together.
I'd have probably been back in France taping my own ankles.
I'm telling you.
with Scotch tape.
Yeah, I would take my ankles with Scotch tape.
No,
in
hey,
France.
and
This is
I'm
real.
glad you brought that up because going into Game 6 at Boston, this is a year after we lose to Dallas.
buddy.
Without Chris Bosh, by the way. Chris is out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we go in
Say it
game.
again.
Wait, didn't Chris come back?
Chris came back
Game
after
7.
we beat Boston.
No, he
came back game
game 7 at the
7.
crib.
He
At the
did
crib.
come back game
Yeah,
7.
I'm almost positive. We'll look at the but I'm almost
You
positive.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go into Game 6.
Yeah. So
And-
we
and-
finished
and-
off Indiana.
Yes. And all my sorry ass is thinking, if we don't win this thing, it's out. It's over.
Yeah, it's
this,
over.
this has been
No,
the biggest.
it is
Yeah,
over.
they
and it's
blow
going to
it
be
up.
like talked about as the biggest freaking disappointment of all time. Like they're going to blow it up. So I mean, like that stuff changed
Yeah,
my
instead that ended up being the Brooklyn Nets.
life. That was Game 6 where Bron had.
45-17.
Crazy.
Talk to him.
That's when they tried to pull.
He
That's
walked in
when
that
they tried
locker
to
room.
put okey doke.
He walked in that locker room. He looked at me. He goes, "Killer, we're gonna be all right."
That's
I'm
when they
shooting
tried to
every
pull
bowl
the
of
banana in the
gun I
tailpipe
said,
on to get us there a little bit late.
They got us there late.
They did.
They got us there late.
Yeah.
The bus act like it couldn't get up the ramp.
The goddamn
They was
gym
doing
right
everything.
around the corner.
Hey, listen, and here's the thing too. It's a part of me that really dislike, but I love the fact that I had to experience LeBron's greatness up close and personal because I can't appreciate it as much. We can appreciate Jordan's greatness because we watched it as kids, as fans, and then we get to continue to see it now, and we appreciate it and we go. But when you actually in the middle of this man's career, we can't appreciate really what his greatness is truly is until we get away from it.
Yeah.
Now that we're away from that game, have you ever experienced
Come
something
on,
like
man.
that? That man's energy in that locker room, I knew we was fine.
That's what I said.
What?
Me too.
He ain't say a
He didn't
word.
say a word.
And I was like, first I was a little nervous. I'm like, well, he ain't talking. But he looked at me, bro. We all got our own side. I remember Brian looking at me. He was sitting there like this. I was over there killing him. He was down. He was like this.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
I was like,
yeah.
it's on.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna be all right.
No,
kid.
yeah,
We good.
man. I wish LeBron could do that more often because that's when you're getting into that killer mindset. You know, no playing around, no joking. That's like Kobe Jordan stuff.
Because going into Boston Game 6, more than likely it's over.
Come on, man.
You don't go in
Yeah.
Boston and
Come
win
on,
Game
man.
6
I
with
mean,
that team.
Come on,
nobody
man.
thought, outside of us, nobody thought we was going to
Without
win
one
that
of
A
our
lot of
max
us
guys.
didn't think it.
Yeah.
I ain't saying I won. I'm just saying a lot of us. It was a lot of like playing already calling their financial advisor.
Listen.
So I'm going to the Bahamas on
Get out of here.
I knew it was going to take hell, but I was ready to go through it.
Man.
That's it. That's all I knew. I knew it was going to take hell, but I was ready to go through it.
ready to go through it.
That's it. And whatever's on the other end, we're going to live with that. That's it.
Yeah. But I will say this.
All right, I
though.
want to skip to Miami Heat post LeBron. See how that, because that, I've always wanted to hear what Dwyane Wade has to say about this when LeBron left.
Something else real quick.
That agent money.
Listen,
That's that agent money.
Hey, let me ask you this. Let's talk about, because obviously championships and all that stuff. LeBron leaving. How was that? Because I wasn't here when that happened. I wasn't part of that. What
All
happened
right.
there?
Go ahead. You go first.
Yeah.
Can I get some
No,
water?
go ahead.
Oh, this is uncomfortable. This is already uncomfortable. They don't want to talk about it.
Of course you
Can I
can.
get
We
some-
gonna talk
Well,
about that.
Anything.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
But
'Cause I got something to
after
say
we talk
about
about that, we ain't talking about Bron no more. We love Bron.
I agree.
I love you. But that's it.
Yep.
Talk
But I'm
about
saying
his
though,
ass.
it's a big part of our. It's a big part of.
Yeah, it is a big part of the show. But I got a lot of questions I want to ask.
So do I.
That I ain't had a chance to ask.
Oh.
Questions I want
Hey,
to ask.
tune
it.
in.
So, hey, listen, baby, we're on OG podcast.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I got a lot of questions
It's
I
OG
want to
show,
ask.
everybody. Tune in to the show.
That's right. Tuesdays.
I agree.
Go ahead and get
This is
this
a good
last one
show.
out about Bron. Because I already seen it writing on the wall. I wasn't surprised.
Really?
Hell no.
We can call. You can talk. We can talk and listen.
Listen, man, that 4 years, though very, very successful, was very, very stressful. And I don't think overall, as a unit, we were prepared mentally to handle it. First 2 years, yeah, maybe the third year, but the fourth year, the goddamn wheels was falling off.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was just hard to keep
Was
it
it?
together.
Yeah,
I wasn't there on that.
Yeah,
It was a lot, bro.
it was a lot.
The jokes weren't funny no more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I do.
The-
And the
you
mental
know,
part takes up.
The
That's-
mental was,
Yeah.
and Miami don't help. The Miami Heat organization do not help
Because we
because they gonna really challenge your mental.
Yeah.
iron
they
sharpening
They gonna
iron
take
every-
cookies off the plane and fuck up your mental.
Yeah.
They take cookies off the plane to sharpen up your mental. Oh man.
They took the cookies.
cookies off the
They
plane.
took the cookies.
You know that's all we got when we come off a
Oh,
road
man.
trip in Washington.
Milk
and-
and cookies.
Listen,
Yeah,
that's
take
when
the
Brian was
cookies off
checked
the
out.
plane, man. I saw him when Rouse took the cookies off the plane. I was like, well, man.
Dude, this is a real story. I thought it was joking. You lose and Rouse takes the cookies off the plane.
There goes it.
There you go.
Bron.
But to Ud's point, one thing I didn't like about it when Brown left, I don't. First of all, I don't think it was handled well, and I was surprised about that because, this is a gift that we all got to play together for these 4 years, man. If that man want to leave now, it's some things that got messed up in the process because it wasn't enough communication, and I think that's the hard part. If we would all just been able to communicate and sit down and say, hey man, it's been a great 4 years, but do what's best for you. Do what's best for you. So I'm gonna do what's best for me.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, ready, break. And so maybe I wouldn't have opted out, or maybe I would have opted out with a different conversation, or maybe this guy wouldn't have done this. That was the part that sucked. But from the standpoint of people feeling away about him leaving, man, everybody need to go on with that. Like the man came here, he conquered, he did what he's supposed to do here,
Yes.
and he's continued to go off. And this is a footnote.
Okay, hold up. I just wanna. This is where it's at in my mind, and I get why he just threw it out there and then he moves right on because it's a lot. It's very telling what he just says here.
To me,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, ready, break. And so maybe I wouldn't have opted out, or maybe I would have opted out with a different conversation, or maybe this guy wouldn't have done this. That was the part that sucked. But from the standpoint of
Okay, so that's what I always thought because that's what LeBron has always done to every team he's ever played with. He left everybody high and dry, is what Dwyane Wade is saying here. So they were all in unison, all in conversation as far as building this thing. But then when LeBron decided to leave, he didn't let anybody in on his decision. So even Dwyane Wade didn't know. You know what I mean? So it was just like, oh, next thing you know, I'm gone. So nobody else got an opportunity to prepare for that and go, okay, LeBron's going to opt out. Now what are we all going to do? And then same with the organization. Pat Riley can't go, okay, we're losing LeBron this year. we open up this amount of cash. Let's see who we can sign. He didn't let anybody prepare. And I see that he did that to Cleveland twice as well. Both times he left them high and dry. And that's what causes that bitterness. Remember Dan Gilbert, how much he hated LeBron the first time he left? Well, that's because that's the way he did it. He did it on ESPN. He didn't tell anybody, have a private conversation. Hey, Dan, thanks for drafting me. Thanks for all the years. It's time for me to move on. I'm going to sign with another team in the offseason. That's a respectful way to do it. And he never does that. So even with his so-called friends, like D Wade was supposed to be his best friend, he left him high and dry too. He just ditched. And then, D Wade was stuck there in Miami with a team that was built for LeBron James. And now he's got to lead a team that wasn't even built for himself. I'd feel a certain type of way too.
People feeling away about him leaving. Man, everybody need to go on with that. Like, the man came here, he conquered, he did what he's supposed to do here, and he's continued to go off. And this is a footnote in his career, this 4-year footnote in his career. So I was a little surprised that everybody, like, Rouse was really in his feelings about it, and I was shocked because me and Rouse got into it in practice about it one day. Like,
really?
Man, Rouse is mad. Rouse being Rouse.
It was a little dark cloud over us after Bron left for a while. It was a little dark cloud over us for a while after Bron left.
Yeah, because we weren't good no more. The dark cloud was, we got to go back to being not good. D-Wade, you old. You can't do it.
You weren't old. Stop that.
But so it wasn't just Dan Gilbert. Pat Riley was disrespected too, And Pat's he's a straight shooter, man. Straight up dude. Oh, he's an OG. But so he's pissed off at LeBron too because, he built this thing and then he just left everybody high and dry, including Pat. And how can Pat build a new team when he's got no heads up that he's going to have to do that? LeBron said they were going to win 8 championships. He only stayed there 4 years. The math isn't mathing. So he lied. He lied and then he left high and dry when he couldn't deliver. It was like the deadbeat dad from like the 50s or whatever who went out to the bar one night and just never freaking came back. He went out for a pack of cigarettes and he just never came back because he couldn't face the music.
Now listen, this is real. We weren't good no more.
CB had the blood clot thing. Like, things kind of just
things went off. The wheels just fell off. So it was a lot of sensitivity around here, and a lot of it was panned with him and how he left. And I think a lot of it, once again, like I said, is probably how he left, how communication. We just seen this movie in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Like
same movie.
It's a shorter version, but it's the same movie. And so, like, man, listen, that man life, that man career. Obviously, that man's gonna do what he want to do. Mm-hmm. So I didn't look at it like I got out of my feelings with it, and I just looked at it like, all right, what you gonna do? Like, it wasn't about him. It was like we went to the finals 4 years in a row. All the members we have,
what a blessing!
It's forever. It's a blessing.
Gosh damn!
When we see you in Cleveland, we put you in these pick and rolls. Don't you worry about it.
Hey, listen.
When I come to Cleveland, hey, make sure I come
Make
to
you
the crib.
make sure that right to left step back.
Man, listen, make sure the food at the crib.
Yeah,
like,
right.
This is big. The one thing we always talk about is how LeBron get here. He don't get here because he just loved Miami. He got here because of relationships that was built. Those relationships don't end because you leave.
Yes.
That's what I was telling Rouse. I'm like, Rouse, because
I remember that now. I remember that.
Yeah, but Dwyane Wade is bringing up that strong point. He's playing both sides here because he did get hurt by that because like he said, it's the same old movie. We saw that movie in Cleveland. He left them high and dry, and now he did the exact same thing to them. It's like love bombing, basically. Treat you good. The next thing you know, I'm out. I don't like you anymore. And then when LeBron was love bombing on Dwyane Wade, so Dwyane Wade thought, no way would he do that to me too. But then guess what? He did the exact same thing to him, and then he did it with Cleveland again. Yeah. This is cool. This is a cool podcast because it's just showing from the inside, somebody who knows him very well, that everything I've assumed about LeBron is true. This is the type of person he is. He pretends to care about you when he needs something off of you. In this case, he needed Dwyane Wade and a Miami Heat culture to get him some championships, to shut up the critics. That's all he needed from them. The second he got what he needed from them, he ditched them and went to a team that could possibly do that better for him with Kyrie and Kevin Love.
He got us sitting on the wall.
Yeah.
So we can look up to him. And
Yeah, I remember that.
Man, don't be in your feelings now because he coming back and we buddies.
That's what.
The reason he here is because we buddies, bro.
And we all actually, I remember I said because I was like, damn, you want me to hate the man? I just went to 4 straight finals with him. I said, I just went to 4 straight finals. You want me to hate the man?
Yeah.
Well, the reason I asked that question because
I get why they wouldn't hate him. I just wouldn't trust him again.
that shocked at me is when you left. I couldn't believe it.
That's
I
where I was gonna go.
never in a million
me too.
years, honest to God, if someone would have asked me and they said, "Hey, go bet on DraftKings right now, $4.7 million that D Wade's coming back," I'd bet it. I'd lay the odds every time.
Yeah,
I did too, but I know this story. I'll go ahead and play this out so you guys hear it in case you haven't heard it. I know why he left, and it was Pat Riley messed this one up in my opinion.
Put some money on that for me too.
Thugged here right now, man. Remember the call we had? I was in Bahamas on vacation, and we had that. And that's what I wanted to go.
That's why I asked that last question because I didn't know if it stemmed from some of that. Oh, I want to hear what because I wasn't a part of that, but I was so shocked.
That was a tough call.
So
for me.
shocked. I
that
thought
was tough.
Wade County, I mean, it's like, come on, man, like shocking. So talk to me, dog.
That was a tough call for me to take, Killer.
Was it? I bet it was.
I don't know which one we say, Killer.
Tough call for me to take.
You said it all right there. That's all.
Which one we say?
Tough call for me to take, boy.
Like,
Damn,
we still building.
damn. Yeah, Haslam was his enforcer. You know, for those who don't know, like the Haslam and Wade's relationship is something special. Haslam's the enforcer. He protected Dwyane Wade, and next thing you know, Dwyane Wade left.
We still rebuilding relationships. It's a tough moment.
But we are rebuilding though.
Man, yeah, man, we've been through too much. We've been through too much. This is a family. Like, I got people in my family I ain't with right now.
Yeah.
But they my family. We'll get together.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So with the Heat, I ain't with them at that time. I didn't like how they handled me. And so I had to go. You know, I got kids. I have people that look up to me. I have decisions that I have to make.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I have to look at of how I'm being treated, how I'm being respected, and all these things. And I just didn't feel that was given back to me at that time in my career. I don't care. Give me the ride off in the sunset contract. I deserve it, mother. That's how I was feeling. Like, I don't care. Say whatever y'all want to say about my production. I deserve it. So yes, I want it.
Yeah, he was there for all 3 of their championships. And I agree. That was the give me the ride off into the sunset contract. And that's what it was all about. It was about Dwyane Wade feeling disrespected because Pat Riley didn't offer him that big contract that he wanted.
Didn't get it, and so I left. And what
Here,
do
I'll
I?
go ahead. I'll do this.
That's how I was feeling. Like, I don't care. Say whatever y'all want to say about my production. I deserve it. So yes, I want it, and I didn't get it, and so I left. And do I wish that happened? I wish that didn't happen. Yeah, of course. I wish. I mean, I would love to be one team, one voice, one sound. But it was also a blessing in my life because you know what? I got a chance to go to Chicago and not to play just with the Bulls, which was an unbelievable opportunity.
That's his hometown.
I got an opportunity to go be with my agent for his last year of his life.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I think, part
And
of
that was
that
a big thing for
conversation
me. Awesome.
when I did get the phone call was speaking on the side of having an opportunity to play at home. And I've had that opportunity. I've been blessed to do that. And now he's going to have that opportunity. Now he's going to have that chance. So more so than me focusing on what I'm losing, I'm focusing on what he's gaining.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Chicago is that's Dwyane Wade's home.
And that was the conversation from one brother to another brother.
I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that year. Now, the Cleveland portion of it, all right, I still was in my feelings. It took me a little while to get out. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I could have came back to Miami after Chicago, but I was like, nah, I ain't there yet. But I was hurt. You know what I mean? Like, I think the thing what people don't understand is, like, we're human, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, I was hurt. I was heartbroken. Like, you know how you say, man, I ain't never been heartbroken. Ain't no woman ever I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was because, man, I try to be as graceful, as empathetic, as all the things I can be for, my family, my friends, the organization. I thought I did everything. I thought I was a pillar. And I thought that at that time, I should have got rewarded for that. Now we sit here on the urge of getting awarded a statue and you say, it's all come back.
Yep, yep.
The respect and the love is coming back in this moment. But at that time, why I ended up leaving was,
I'm sorry, that statue. The intention was so good, but now that it's out, it just hits a little differently.
I was hurt. I was hurt how they was handling me, how they treated me. But we all have been in relationships before. We all married. Sometimes you don't with the motherfucker you married with. You like, yo, that was a bad year for us, but we still rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, me and my wife, we get made it to year 10. Clap. Year 9 was hard.
Yeah. No, for
So
sure.
you have those seasons. You have those seasons where it's hard. You have those seasons where you don't get together, you don't agree, you can disagree, whatever the case may be. And we had that, but we family.
That's right.
And I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna let them know, but I don't appreciate. Like this is just me. I'm that kid that you D one of the kids, Zoe one of the kids, I'm one of the kids. I'm the one that they like. Don't say that. Don't say that to Dwyane because he don't know how. You know, like you know how decent on the court.
Yeah.
I get mad. I know how to perform. I get mad on the other side. I know how to perform. I'm gonna perform.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my ass.
Yeah. That's that come out on the other side. On the business side. He gonna say what he got to say, what's on his mind.
For sure.
And if he feel away, gonna do what he want to do, whether you agree with it or not. This is the D-Wade that I've grown to love and know. He gonna do what he want to do.
You touched on it, man.
sir.
Like the statue thing. First of all, so well deserved because I don't care who's played on this team or where it's been. Like when I think of Miami Heat, I think of you. So that statue
Yeah,
being
me
out there
too.
is gonna be dope, bro. Obviously, well deserved. So I'm excited they're doing that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Now, we got past all that. I want to talk about the businessman.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
I want to
The
switch
Dwyane Wade, the
here,
business-
I know what it is.
which is it says Wade don't give an F what the haters say. I'm curious about this because I know he is that dude.
That's big time. Shout out Jeter, shout out Flower. Y'all already know
You
what
already
it
know
is.
what it is. You already know what it is.
You know
We're
how
gonna get
we
to that
do.
later.
That's how we
No,
do.
that's tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Tonight is your night, bro.
I'm gonna fire through some fan questions real quick.
Yeah,
You
we
ready
can
for
fire
it?
to the fan questions.
Oh,
Favorite Olympic story? That's gotta be good, actually. That team was dope too.
This year? You talking about this year or when I played?
When you played.
Because I did
When
you played. I
I did
remember
the
when
Olympics
you-
this year.
When he
when
came
you-
out with
when
that,
you played.
When I
when
played.
he came out with that peanut ass head, he cut all his hair off.
Like I mean, I'm pretty
oh
much.
yeah, he was greasing that head. He was lubing up that head. He was so shiny.
Bald head was two tones lighter than his body.
He said you
Is that 'cause he put the Sammy Sosa on his head? What is he? He should have tanned his head first. My head look white.
It was so much lighter than
It
my
was so much lighter. It was so much lighter than his body. Like this motherfucker wait till you get to the Olympics on prime time to try this.
He like to jump on everybody else.
Just get to the Olympics on prime time to try this.
He don't stick to the
No,
three
he
joke
don't.
maximum
No,
when he
no.
started talking about
No.
you though. You see
I
that?
didn't- nine of
I
me
didn't
here.
know he had that rule. I respect it. It's starting now.
said-
I don't have that rule. People, hey, listen. One thing I don't. I live in a space where people just they take shots at me all the day. They be just
Yo,
they
no,
be in the
listen.
gym with
All aside though, my
Shoot me
boy.
in the gym.
Listen, all aside, I be sitting at home about to foul shots, but you don't care. You just be. And I said this before on one of our shows with Max Crosby or whoever it was. We was in Vegas shooting. Oh, it was Pat Bell.
Yeah.
This man don't give.
No.
He whatever he's gonna do what makes him happy.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure he take care of his people. He's gonna make sure the people around him are happy.
That's an
Yeah.
unbelievable
and
talent,
he
by
don't
the way.
focus.
Yeah, I know. I
Well, how
tell
you
my,
do that? I
I tell my
respect
people
that.
I be
this.
ready. I be.
Yeah.
We had this
Let me
last
off
night at
the
dinner.
let me off the leash, D. I be ready. Let me off the leash, dog.
Yeah.
I
That's it. That's the enforcer still enforcing. Let me off the leash, man. I'll get him for you.
care,
Yeah.
but I don't give a.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
So big
Yeah.
difference.
Great point.
I care.
Yeah.
I don't give a.
And you keep notes.
Well, yeah, I keep notes. I
No,
hear it. We
yeah,
all hear
yeah, of course we
everything.
do,
Listen, I love to laugh.
Yeah.
Please give me something to laugh
Yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm my favorite person. Give me something to laugh about myself. And also, too, I be finding out things about myself. I be like, damn, I didn't know I was. So I love it.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah,
it going.
yeah,
Keep the
that's
mystique going.
That's
Damn,
right.
people don't know what's going on
Yeah.
because y'all just keep coming up with all kind of things. And also, too, I play the game, man. I know how to play the game.
yeah.
I'm gonna give y'all something
There's
too.
a game within the game.
I'm
man.
playing the
Speaking of which, there's all kinds of theories in the comments about who I am, and it's hilarious to me. A lot of comments think I am. I can't remember the dude's name, but an actual like analyst who's worked for like I think it's Fox Sports or something like that. I've got some weird theories out there, and honestly, the crazier the theories come in, the more I'm just enjoying this. Just being a voice. Because a lot of you, no matter what I say, you're gonna think that I am some analyst who's just doing YouTube because I can say what I want to say on here, and I think that's hilarious. So I get it why Dwayne Wade's like, go ahead and say stuff because it just adds to the mystique of it all. I never thought it would be this. It was like Golub or something. I can't remember the dude's name. I'm sure I'm gonna get it in the comments on this one. Who do you think I am? Even though I'm really just me. Who do you guys think I am?
within the game. I also know how to play the game. So no, man, I don't. I got so many things going on in my life, dog. Like my from one moment to the next is not the same thing. I don't deal with the same thing from one conversation to the next conversation. So I don't have time to stay here. I'm still going.
Guys, I got to switch ahead. I've been wanting to hear him talk about the Olympics with Kobe. So this is the Olympics with the legend Kobe Bean Bryant. These two were a tandem in the 08 Olympics. I think Dwyane Wade and Kobe Bryant working in tandem and having a game plan to us winning that gold medal here.
Man, I don't know. I did the Redeem Team documentary. I was a part of the production crew of that, and we got to tell a lot of stories. And the favorite will always be Kobe. Yeah. It'll always be about Kobe, bro. And it's just really you hear about someone's work. You hear about that what was he called himself? I forget what he called himself, but you hear about that beast, right? You hear about that inner beast, that Mamba, but you don't really know because he in LA and you don't get to see it. Mm-hmm. We got to see it. Yeah. We got to see it, and I was like, oh, he different. Right? Like I saw somebody who was different. Like I saw things in him that I was like, I have those things, but I also saw a difference. Yeah. And I was like, this is why he is great as he is. And so my favorite.
This before or after you broke his nose?
This was.
I'm just asking.
I don't know.
He broke his nose in an All-Star game.
He broke his nose in the All-Star game, which nobody does. Nobody breaks nobody's nose in the All-Star game.
Hey, back then they played hard. Yeah, they did.
This was before. I think we were cool. We were because me and Cole got real cool, and it was really from that competitiveness. We got cool in the Olympics because, like I said, I will see him in the morning. We talk about on the Redeem Team, Cole will work out and get up early and do all these things. And I was on the same regimen because I was coming back from my injury, and Tim Grover wasn't playing those games, and so I was in the gym a lot with Cole in the mornings, and I got a chance to like experience that guy. Like I went around MJ. I've been around Brian. I've been around Cole, and I got a chance to experience these two different beasts in a whole different way. And I appreciate it. I appreciate him so much. So he was my favorite in the Olympics, man. I was like a magnet anytime I got a chance to be around Cole because I'm just soaking it up. And he's one of my favorite players. No doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? So my favorite Olympic story will always be anything dealing with Kobe Bryant, man.
No wonder why. No wonder why Kobe respected D Wade so much, even to the point where he was asking him for advice on certain things. The one that always comes to my mind is how do you split the defense the way you do? That's respect. If you ask another star player, how do you do this awesome thing that you do that I can't do? That's respect. So D Wade was out there working out with him in the early mornings because Kobe was out there at like 3-4 in the morning working out. That's what the stories all say, and I believe them.
The people at home, D-Wade say he might almost want to fight, and he ain't really want to fight, but he will f*** you up.
I will. I care. I don't give a f***
you up now. He'll f*** you up.
Man, well, Kobe ain't hit it to see how Cole was me up in the All-Star game. People don't understand that. We don't ever talk about that side of it. Cole was doing stuff to me, and I told him, like, Cole, bro, stop. What you
all right,
doing?
I got to play this.
Nah, I didn't try to. Like I told him, you don't try to break nobody's nose, but I did try to foul him. I definitely tried to foul him in the All-Star game. I was like, I let him go. And then I hit him. And he got me, though. He got me back that next game.
Uh-huh.
Well, he died. When I tell you,
ass back.
Well, I knew he was going to get me back.
Yeah, with
That's
the mask on.
It wasn't no shock because I heard his tone when I called him. He was too calm. I was like, this ain't good. This ain't good. And we had an early game in L.A. This ain't good. I can't play early games in L.A. Not that 12 o'clock. The 12 o'clock?
Them were brutal, wasn't they?
Oh, man, I looked down there at the other end. I'm still trying to get loose. He got that mask on, going to full sweat. I said, he about to. Shane, you ain't guarding him tonight? Matter of fact, let me tell you a quick story to what Spo did to me. So we go to play the Lakers. This is right after that. And it's an early game. We're doing a walkthrough in the ballroom. And Spo was like, Shane, I want you to start on Kobe. So I'm like, cool. Yeah. I get to kind of warm up into the game, and then I get on them, but I got to get into the game. We get there late. The bus get there late because we in traffic, battling all the way from Beverly Hills. And we get out, Spo come out at 35. I ain't got a chance to go out there and do no warm-ups. Spo come in and say, nah,
damn.
I thought about it. No, we going right at him. D, you guard him. I say,
man.
I'm not prepared. I wasn't ready.
That's a mental thing.
That's a behind-the-scenes convo. I wasn't ready. And I knew what he was coming with, but I was trying to work myself into the game. Kobe was ready. And so, all
right, you guys, if you guys are up for it, whoever's still left, I have no idea how long this video is so far, but at least 2 more segments I want to watch. So what's coming up is Wade's Mount Rushmore, which I'm really interested in. And then right after that is losing the finals to the Mavs in 2011. I've gone this far. I can't stop it now. And I think that's going to be it. Yeah, that's probably going to be it. So
I will foul you though.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will. I'll fuck you up.
I'll fuck you up.
This one.
Not dirty way, just
No, not dirty way.
you hit me, I'm hit you back.
Who's your NBA Mount Rushmore from Arnold, DC?
my NBA Mount Rushmore. Is this just my favorite players, or
Yes.
I mean, you know,
It's
this
Well,
goes.
that first of all, and UD will say it on here. What you say on this thing, it's what you like.
Yeah, don't be called. Don't be.
And it's not a
sending
shot at
us
anybody
no,
else.
Why D Wade ain't add this and that? Because it ain't your list. It's his. That's why.
Well, yeah, man, I got to pick 4 people.
Yep.
So this matters pretty easy. It's gonna be Michael Jordan. No orders, because the orders can get changed. Let's leave the orders out.
Yep.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaquille O'Neal. Nice.
That's mine.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Shaquille
It
O'Neal.
is.
And Shaq keep talking to. I'm gonna put Steph in there and take him out. But I won a championship with you, big fella. I'm with. Hey, G14 classification, baby. Step on your.
Yeah.
No, but
Man, Shaq still owe us Bentleys.
Yeah, but we got that chip though.
We did get
Yeah.
We
that
got
chip.
the big fella did us right.
Big fella
He
told
do
us-
owe us the Bentleys,
Big
but
fellas told us if we win a chip, he was gonna buy us Bentleys.
we bought our own.
We damn sure did.
We went and bought our
Yeah,
own.
back
So
to
we
back
appreciate you,
matching
big
Bentleys
fella, for
pulling
those
up.
off the court endorsements, so we can go get that money.
That's right. What was your locker room vibe back in 2011 when we lost the Mavs? What was everyone's head like? Well, I'll answer that one. It was miserable.
What was the locker room vibe like in 2009? Right after we lost?
Yeah, it was miserable. That shit was awful.
Wow.
That was going into surgery.
That shit was awful.
That was I
went
was
and
having
had
surgery the
I went
very
and had
next day.
I had surgery the next day too.
I was heading into the hospital, patched up.
Yeah, I was sad.
Up.
Oh, it was brutal.
It was brutal. It was
banged
brutal.
up.
I mean, y'all know, man.
Yeah.
Losing,
Oh,
especially the team we were, and man, we was a show, and we didn't expect to lose. Like no one expected us to lose. Like we were in control of it too.
we talk about this. Game 2.
Game
We're
2.
up 17 with like 7 to play. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I never want to be.
Hold up.
No one expected us to lose. Like we were in control of it too.
We talk about this. Game 2.
Game
We're
2.
up 17 with like 7 to play.
Game 2 up 17. All right.
I ain't gonna lie to you, and I never want to be think negatively. When I got in the car with my dad on the way home, I said we just lost the finals.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, wow.
That we win that, it changed. Yeah, it's a different series.
Oh, come on, man. We go read Rum Dum Dum Game 3.
Bro, I watched that game recently. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I don't know.
series.
I was like, how do we lose this
How
game?
did we lose that game?
Different series.
Haha.
Oh man, yeah, I was just driving around. I
Tricked
remember that
it
night.
off.
I was just driving around all night with
Tricked
no
it
GPS. I had
No
a car
doubt.
with no GPS. I was in my Ferrari. It ain't got no GPS, and I ain't know how to get back home.
I was still drinking Hennessy then.
Oh, damn.
I was lost.
I was still drinking that Hennessy.
You was
then.
on the Hennessy?
Yeah, I was still on the
I was
Hennessy.
lost in my
I
Ferrari
probably had a
somewhere
black
in
and
Florida.
mild too. I don't know, Hennessy and a black.
That's how I
Black
spent
and
losing
mild.
in the finals.
Listen. I see one of the questions was one of my favorite Miami Heat stories, and I'm gonna tell you what one of my favorite.
Okay. Man, I want to watch all this, but I'm going to do one more thing just because I think it's the right thing to do. I saw something. There we go. Give Chris Bosh his flowers. And I think this is important because this man does not get nearly enough respect. And let's watch it finally happen outside of somebody like me who always shouts from the rooftops how good Kevin Love and Chris Bosh are.
To the OGs in your life. And as always, drink responsible. The Old G Gin.
Ooh,
Pour
They're
one
selling
out.
gin.
I got one more thing before we go, because this generation be saying some disrespectful, and it pissed
Yep.
me off the other day.
What
And I
happened?
told Bam the other day, I say the generation after you, I hate them. No, for real, I hate them.
No, it is. Yeah. This is going to be so good, man. It's going to be so good. Chris Bosh does not deserve this kind of disrespect. I hope Haslam sets it straight right now.
This generation said that Chris Bosh is closer to Nick Claxton. No disrespect, Nick Claxton, than he is to Anthony Davis. Did y'all see that recently on Instagram?
No, I don't listen to foolishness.
Come on, man.
Can you just
OGs out.
give
Love the young
Chris,
fella though.
Can you just
love the
give,
young fella
Yeah.
Claxton?
and
So I hate when they do
listen,
that.
Yeah.
Claxton, this is no disrespect to you at all.
Claxton to tell you, I ain't Chris Bosh.
Yeah, no doubt.
Can you
A lot of work
please
to do.
give CB his flowers? Did y'all see that? Did any of y'all see that? They said y'all saw that, right? Bam sent me that. I told Bam, the generation after yours, I hate them because they say that makes no sense. Can you just give CB his flowers before we go?
Yeah, I mean,
how all that? Listen, you were great. Bron was great. We had greatness all around us. Great role players, great coaching, but that made it all come together in his own way.
Man, he was special. He was special, and that's the reason we wanted to play with him, because we knew how special he was. But his ability to be able to be the number 1 option, 2 or 3 option on any given night without any complaints.
None.
You don't hear him say a word. He just sit over there quiet in his locker reading a book. With his legs crossed reading a book. And you don't know what option he going to be that night. And, man, bro, our team was great. And we won a series without him. But we all saw we can win a game without him, a series without him, but we were not winning the championship without Chris Bosh. His versatility, bro, the way that he will switch on pick and rolls, the way he can guard 1 through 5, the way he could play 1 through 5 on the other end. Bro, he did it all. The way we needed him to get out in transition to clear the lanes for us. Bro, whatever we needed from CB, he did. CB
adapted.
is in the top. He's either in the top 5 or right out of the top 5 in his position.
Yes.
I agree. 100%.
Yes.
And depending on who's saying it, he's either in the top 5 or right on the edge of it in his position to ever play this game. He's one of the greatest to ever do it.
And I knew I said I was going to let you go, but I do have to ask you about the Heat right now.
Okay. That's going to do it. Wow. I got to tell you guys, when I started this video, I thought this might have been like a 20-30 minute video. I had no idea until I was skimming ahead how many of these segments I wanted to tune in on. And a lot of them just transitioned from one to the next, and I was like, dude, I can't shut it off now. So I apologize for this being extremely long, but anybody who made it this far, thank you. There's a lot of stuff to unpack here. So when I'm editing this down before I post it, like, I'm gonna have to rewatch some of this because there is a lot. There's a lot said in this one podcast, and that's why I love these kind of podcasts. Namely, I mean, it's good for me to finally know how LeBron left. You know, he left everybody high and dry, and yeah, and also to get that confirmation on why Dwyane Wade eventually left, and that was just about money. So yeah, this is some cool stuff. And also, I've never heard them talk about how they felt after LeBron did the we're going to win 8 championships thing. And it's funny to see that all the other guys, including Pat, were like, oh, geez. You know, like what did this guy just do? You know, like what kind of standard did he just set us to? And then to have him not, you know, fall apart in the finals that first year, I was like, man, this guy made these promises, and now look what the hell is happening. Anyways, you guys, my brain's a little fried after this one, so I'm gonna get going. Thank you so much for watching. Check out the OGs podcast if you enjoyed this conversation, and like my video, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I will see you on the next one. Probably no After Dark tonight, but we'll see what happens. All right. Bye, everybody. Peace out.